Crimes are literally everywhere in the world. No matter how subtle and quiet a city is, violent crimes happen in almost all corners. Even though we expect the police and military to be the ultimate savior, they are just humans. After all, they will have the very human strength and capability. However, one thing we know is that our human brain is the most creative element in the world. This is what it takes to catch and deceive the bad guys. Oh yes, just a human brain. Escaping is something which happens very commonly. Over time, the criminals have become skillful in escaping the police and military somehow. To go after them physically or on vehicles is the only approach that could help. But if the bad guys are in vehicles as well, that becomes even more problematic. The good news is that now certain inventions have paved the way in helping our hardworking forces. Here are the 10 police and military inventions that can stop any speeding vehicle. Number 6 is spike strips. Spike strips are a classy technique that police like to use to slow down speeding vehicles. Over a period of time, modified versions of it can now be seen. Retractable spike strips are now being used to take on criminals. It is not really that safe to put this gadget to use. It takes quite a bit of time to set up, and standing alongside fast-moving vehicles isn't safe either. This is why the new retractable strips are the ones in popularity. The spikes are adjusted into a compact box and police officers can place it wherever they want to. Now all they have got to do is click a button on the remote controller. With a single click, the spikes come flying out of the box and spread on the road. As soon as the coming vehicle hits the spikes, they go right back into their usual place. Sounds much like some kid's game. A feature of retraction is helpful if there is any forthcoming police vehicle. As of now, they have no worries and the road would be all clear for them. A pretty awesome device. Number 5 is X-Net. The old-fashioned way of using spiked nets to stop the vehicles was not effective. Even though it could puncture the tires, the vehicles would continue to move for a rather great distance. With the X-Net, this problem comes to a halt. The really dangerous situation of bringing a high-speed car to a stop becomes accessible through this X-Net. Makes the cars stop in a quicker and efficient manner. Not you thinking to buy this to puncture your teen's bike, are you? Anyways, the use of spike nets, especially manually spreading them throughout the road, could be really dangerous when there are speeding cars around you. This is why the old spike sheets were treacherous and often inflicted injuries. After multiple tests and experiments, it has come to notice that X-Net is a safer option. Not solely for the police and military forces, but it is also safe for the ones in the car. Well, they are humans at least. Number 4 is Healed HD1 Raptor. This modern-looking barrier is perfectly suitable for places that require some extra security. While most of the barriers are unnecessarily huge and make you feel like you're on the battleground, this one is quite different. This HD1 Raptor gets fitted into the ground, but it doesn't stay like that. It can rise and go back right in as per needs. The strong material it is made up of shows no sign of wear and tear even post crashes. However, the amount of damage it could make is totally unreal. The Raptor is fearless and is ready to take on any kind of car. Are you two wondering who created this crazy thing? Whether it is a single Raptor or a whole series of it, you can sit back and chill while it would serve as a top-notch security barrier. Not to forget that it could become a serious chaos-creating invention. Thus, its programming regarding the incoming vehicles must be exact, or else it might turn out to be horrible. Number 3 is the net barrier. The net barrier is a retractable net that could actually do wonders for security. It is capable of stopping cars that may come from any direction. The barrier deploys incredibly quickly and effectively in about 2 seconds. This implies that once a criminal is in, no quickness can work from his side. This destructible barrier could be really beneficial for those who work in law enforcement. The swift and useful net barrier can stay hidden in the road until you call for it. It pops out briskly. The net provides some safety too, if the incoming vehicle is not speeding and just happens to collide with it. This happens as the net is able to absorb the energy. The length of the barrier is about 80 meters, which is sufficient enough to keep all vehicles in the range. The barrier is made keeping in mind the ultimate high security areas. If you are just looking to keep the vehicles in line or put them to wait, then this isn't the type of invention you should be looking for. Interesting, right? Then why not hit the subscribe button? Number 2 is SafeSpot. Well, it kinda has always been child's play to take on criminals with this technological device. The whole purpose of this system is to stop the engine of any vehicle. That too contactless. Oh yes, with the use of RF transmissions, it is easily accessible, usable and mobile. The good thing is that it can be used on both land and sea. This clearly means that even boat engines are not safe in the radar of the SafeSpot. Without the use of any other means, the vehicles around an active SafeSpot will come to rest. All of this just by pressing a single button. This gadget ensures complete safety as it uses no hard barrier but just casually stops the engine from working. The SafeSpot can be utilized at the security checkpoints if it seems the vehicle is trying to escape or is suspicious. Number 1 is the grappler. While the police forces wish to take control of the situation all by themselves, this is the innovation that sits aptly for them. The ones in law enforcement tend to bump their vehicles into the cars that they want to catch. This could seriously inflict damage and severe injuries. The grappler is a creative device which could be used by officers. It sits right in front of the cars. All they have to do is release the net, which is thick enough to wrap itself around the other vehicles. Press the button and boom. The net is super strong and it captures the back tyres, eventually bringing the vehicle completely to rest. The grappler is designed to get a good hold on a moving vehicle without causing any harm to the driver. It also keeps a fair distance between the police vehicles and the criminals, which is a safer approach. By now, technology has done wonders for human lives in all spheres. Everything has become much easier and quicker with the effective tech. Now, with the advancement of it in military and police services, the toughest of jobs are becoming a bit normal. Even robots are becoming a part of the military in several nations. Did you just make up your mind to join the military services? Well, this video made it sound like a pretty subtle job, but mind you, there is tons of stuff that the police and military forces need to work on every day and night. Thanks to these hard-working forces who ensure our absolute protection while we stream our Netflix on our couches. Such an incredible way to give tribute to our special forces. This is all from our side. Thanks for watching.